Welcome to the channel, everyone. I'm just gonna get into this real quick, and I'm sitting here on the Shabbat making and waiting for the chili, which is in another video. But my husband was like, I really want some grits. It's so cool in here that it just gives me this kind of fall vibe, which is true. It's still chilly in here. So today it feels like, honestly, in this house it's like 50. The weather is supposed to be 63 today, but I don't know. I'm not going outside. What's better than like fish and grits? I remember fish and grits, and I got a special surprise for the vegans because I will be putting out a vegan fish and grits. But right now, I pulled out some catfish, and I'm seasoning this up with just some lemon pepper, smoked paprika, salt, pepper, garlic, onion, just some things that are around. I don't use, well, I would use an Old Bay seasoning, but I couldn't find it. So I'm just putting a little bit of natto pepper in here for color. And I'm going to give this a mix up and let that sit for a few minutes. I have the fish sitting, letting the seasoning soak in. And in the meantime, I'm going to make my fish fry batter. Just something very simple. We're doing cornmeal and flour. I don't want too much cornmeal because I don't want that cornmeal type of a fish. My husband doesn't like it that way, but then I don't want too much flour because if you have too much flour, then it doesn't really coat well and it's soggy. So I just want a nice even mixture. And then I'll season that up just a little bit so that your flour has some seasoning to it, but it's not salty because your fish will usually have most of the salt. So now all you have to do is take the seasoned fish, dump it in a bag. Some people do this many ways, but I grew up with my mother using a bag and sealing up the bag, or even a shopping bag. Now I know that might be a little ghetto, but we used to use the bag. Put the flour in the bag, the seasoning and everything. You drop the food in there and you shake it up, and then you pop that stuff in the hot grease, okay? So I just used a new clean bag, and I'm shaking this up, making sure everything's evenly coated. When you go back into opening the bag, you can check the fish. A lot of times with catfish, since it's like little catfish nuggets, it curls up. You want to make sure that the fish is open and all sides of the fish is actually coated. So then you want to open up the fish parts that were stuck together, shake it again before putting this into the hot grease. But that's it. You shake up, you lay it down into the hot grease, and this is going to cook until it's golden brown. I honestly do not remember the timing. I would probably say 5 to 7 minutes on each side, something like that. But you know, look at it, make sure that you really feel that it's done, because me being vegan, I'm telling you, sometimes cooking is a little difficult now because I can't taste anything, but I just remember how to cook from being non-vegan, okay? So these are just frying until they're golden brown. I'm gonna flip these over, and then we're gonna plate it. Now, I made a large pot of the grits because it's not just, for my husband, and not everyone likes cheese in their grits, but I am using the Violife Epic Mature Cheddar, which is really amazing. The flavor is amazing. If you're a cheese lover from before, this non-vegan variety is awesome. You need to try it. Like most Violife, it does give you a hard time sometimes with melting. If I had this in the pot, it would have melted easily. This block cheese version doesn't give me a hard time. But because of, like I said, the separation, I'm just going to mix this and blend it in with a little extra butter with inside of the bowl and place the fish on top. And this is such a meal that's like, it's so nostalgic for me because I just remember growing up having fish and grits, or either ham and grits, or sage sausage and grits, bacon and grits. Like, grits is a southern comfort, and some people put sugar, some people put like just salt and butter, pepper. So however you want to make it, but this catfish and grits is a really good go-to. Have a blessed day.